Hi everyone, I'm Katina from Gypsy Wander, and it's been a long time since you've heard from me. I have been posting a little bit on Facebook and Pinterest and Instagram, but not regularly. And I was also going to start doing videos, and I hadn't really posted many videos. And so I wanted to tell you what has been going on the last several months. Many of you know that I was in South Carolina in a tiny house, and I sold my tiny house and am getting ready to start van life here on Friday. It is Wednesday, and so I'm September 22nd, 2023 is my date to leave. So I wanted to just let you know that that's what's happening, and I wanted to give you a quick van tour. I am in a Toyota Sienna minivan, and I have a Roadloft conversion kit. And so if you saw my previous video, the only one that I posted was once I had gotten the Roadloft kit and installed it. And so so that is posted, but now you get to see what it looks like with all of my stuff in it. So when I moved to North Carolina from Nebraska, I had a, I'm going to pause real quick while this truck goes by. Okay, sorry about that. It gets really loud when they drive by. I'm still in South Carolina. I'm staying at a friend's until I got my van ready and until Friday when I head out. But when I moved to North Carolina in 2018, 5 years ago, I had to downsize from a 1,600 square foot house to a tiny house. But more than that, I had a Chevy Trailblazer at the time, and if it didn't fit, it didn't come with me. And so that was a downsizing experience all in itself. But I was able to like stuff everything in there. So it was really packed to the gills when I left. And so now I had to downsize from a tiny house to a minivan, and I couldn't pack it to the gills, although I kind of feel like I have. And so that has been one of the things that I've struggled with is really figuring out what to keep, what to get rid of. And I'm not having, storage. I don't have any storage. All my family is in Nebraska, so I'm not storing anything. Pretty much everything that is in, everything I own is in my van. So, so everything really has to be useful, and I'm still kind of at the point where I still have a lot that I need to get rid of. Everything's in here, and there's room for me, there's room for Henry, but it's really tight. And so as I head out, I will continue to downsize and figure out, okay, what do I need? You got to be really intentional with the things you have, because it's not a weekend camping trip. It's a lifestyle. And so really figuring out everything that has a purpose and where that fits in. Clothing has been the biggest issue. I have way too many clothes, and most of it, I really have to have 4 seasons, and it's my entire wardrobe. And I'm not a fashion type person, or a have to have all the latest trends or fashions. I'm really very simple, but it's, you have some of your favorite clothes, and so it makes it really difficult to get rid of some of that. So so you'll see more stuff in here than what I hope I have down the road. But my plan is I'm actually I'm in South Carolina now. I'm going to head towards Boone, North Carolina. My parents are coming out this way, and so for the first month I'll kind of travel along with them. My dad is doing the Mountain to Sea bike ride across North Carolina. They start in in Banner Elk, North Carolina, and we'll ride to Emerald Isle, North Carolina, and I am volunteering to help on the different rest stations and stuff. And so I will be with them through that. And then my dad's doing the bike ride across South Carolina, which is I think a 3-day event. And I will be volunteering there as well. Then we are headed to Georgia to do the Athens to Savannah bike ride. And again, I'm not riding my bike, but I'm volunteering at all of those. So after that, then I will head out. I have somewhat of a route kind of planned out, but my goal is to be back in Nebraska for Christmas. And then for that first winter, I know it sounds really backwards to go to Nebraska for winter, but it's kind of what I'm doing because I also do taxes. And so my employer, I have my own business, which is no big deal. I can do from anywhere, but I still work during tax season for a company that I have to have wired internet. So I have to have cable internet or fiber internet. And I just didn't want to have to deal with that the first year. I have enough just trying to figure, to get used to being on the road. And so I want to, I'll stay in Nebraska for tax season, and then I'm going to head out west. And I have a list of places, but not a route or anything completely planned out. So that's kind of my plan. Let me take you on a tour of my van. Okay, so this might get a little tricky because I am doing this video by myself, and it would be easier if I had somebody to do it with me. But let me turn the camera around the back of the van, and so you see the two drawers here and here, and so I'm going to open those so that you can see inside those. My refrigerator's in the middle. The drawer that opens up on the right side is where my sink is, and then the one on the left is where my stove is. So I'm going to lift up my bed, and you see that shower rod there. I'm going to hold it up with that shower rod, and then I will open those drawers and we'll take a peek inside. Okay, so I have my mattress propped up there, and then that allows me to get into everything underneath. And so this drawer here opens up, and this has, I can set my stove, my camp stove on there, and this also opens up, and I have kind of a mess of stuff in there right now. I'm not sure how I went to organize things, so I'm going to kind of do that on the fly when I'm when I'm traveling. And when I have that drawer open, I can remove this, and you can see down inside there, this is the well of where the seats folded into the back. And so I have my pots and pans, and my camp grill is under there, and then I have this little suitcase that has all my important papers in and that kind of thing. And so that is this side. And so then we'll go to the center section. I'm just going to slide that in, and this comes out, and this is where my refrigerator is. And I have an Apricool, I think is how you say it, Apricool. And I got the 20, I believe. I think it's 20 liters and 40 liters. I chose to do the 20 liters just because it's just me. And so I just got that plugged in today. And let me get this open. I need 2 hands. Okay. So I don't have anything in it. I just set it, and it is cooling off nicely in there. One of the reasons why I got the shorter one is because it's not as deep. And then under there I have, it's actually a monitor stand, 2 monitor stands that my refrigerator is sitting on, so that I can have extra storage under there. And then on this side, so I'm going to put this back on. And on this side, this is my sink side. And so I have storage underneath, which again is subject to change. And here is my sink, which is a collapsible sink. So give me a second. So there we go. So my sink I can set anywhere, or I can leave it in there, but since I have stuff underneath there, and then I can put this back on so that I have a solid workspace right there. And the sink just collapses down and can go back in there. So let me slide that back in there. And then I have the same thing on this side. I can take this out, and I have, right now I have, I got these containers for water. So they are just over 1 gallon, and that way I will be able to, I figured I didn't want to have something that was too big to handle for just myself, and so I have 5 of those, and I can fill those up, and then they'll just be in that crate, so that if anything spills, it'll spill in that crate. So this is the back, and again I have that mattress propped up. It's just a shower rod that's extendable. So let me put that down and we'll go to the other side. Okay, I am on the other side, and I just propped the mattress up with that same shower rod so that I could get into these middle 2 sections under the bed. And so this section is really all clothes, which you can see is, it doesn't even, my, the top plate doesn't even fit all the way down because I have too many clothes in there. And then this one is just kind of a catch-all. I have all kinds of stuff in there. Again, not super organized. Well, not organized at all, because I've not known where to, because I don't know where I will want them. And so a lot of it I am waiting to decide where I'm going to put it based on what I need most access to. So my organization will be ongoing, which I think everybody has. Even in a tiny house, when I first moved into a tiny house, you're always moving something, rearranging something, because you come up with better ideas. And so hopefully I come up with some great ideas, or see other people doing something different I already have that I will eventually get all organized. I do want to get rid of a majority of my clothes. That will give me a lot of extra room. So I'm going to pause again, and I'm going to, because I'm not going to show you the rest of this, I'm going to move some stuff around, and that way I can show you the rest of the van. Okay, so I am at the side door of the van. My sliding door is not staying open for some reason, but let me switch. So I'm on the side door of my van, and as I come in, you can see I have a bench here, excuse the mess, and then a table, and then my bed. So I can sit in here on this bench, and actually one of the things you can do with a Roadloft is you can sit 4 people at this bench. So this table, you know, 2 people can sit on the other side on the bed, and then 2 people on the side of the bench. And so I have a great working space. And then over here, I have, and on that side, I probably won't use that door, and I have my computer and storage and my camp chair and that kind of thing. Use that door because I have stuff really slid in there tight, and so to typically use that. And so this table can go down. It actually fits along the whole length of there, but I did some adjusting, and let me take down the table and I'll show you that. Okay, so I took down the table, and you can see the table leg here, and it just comes out. And I actually, normally if you put the whole table there, that would cover this area, and then there was another cushion that would cover this area, and then you'd have an actually pretty big bed. but I had a piece made just for that side so that I would have a full bed on that side. And then these are just the cushions that came with, and my friend made sheets for them. So, and I can take that off if I want. But I think that will stay like that most of the time. I did have, I do have, you know, I can toss that aside, and then I can get underneath here. And so this comes off, and this is where I have just a storage box. And then this right here is my let me pick that up just a second. Okay, this is my EcoFlow Delta 2 power source, and you can see there, actually I have my refrigerator running, but it shows 0, that it's not, doesn't have any output, but it does show 90%, which it's going down, so it just must not be pulling much. And on this side there are USBs and phone chargers, and on the other side, turn this around, you can charge it here with either through your car or a cigarette lighter, well, a cigarette lighter in your car, or just plugging it in. And then there's all kinds of outlets, and there is a car charger down here as well. And so I just plugged everything in today to see how that was gonna work, and so far so good. So I had my computer running with internet and everything, and so it's been in here for maybe 3 or 4 hours, and I've had my refrigerator going, and I had my computer going, and I had internet on, and a video call. So to be down to 90%, that's not too bad. I just wanted to test all of that out. So let me show you. This is really inconvenient that this door is not staying open. I think there's probably something stuck in there, but I haven't found it yet. Okay. So this bench that I'm sitting on goes all the way across, and there are 2 areas in here. You can either access it from inside the van, or if you are outside, you have a whole drawer that comes out. And so I have all kinds of things stored in there, and so that has that on each side. The other side is all clothes, so I have clothes all in that one, and then the one that I showed you before, and I just have a mess of things here behind the seat that I've not gotten organized yet. So is my van, and oh, I do want to show you one other thing. I have like a cargo net that I got, and it just fits up on the top. It attaches to all 4 handles here, and I store all of my window covers and that kind of thing, anything that's flat. I have a big sign that when I do book signings, it's just a cover of my book, and so I have that up there. Things that I don't want to get wrinkled, and then the window covers work good in there too. So that's all I'm going to show you for now, which was quite a bit, but hopefully next time it is less messy. If you have questions about anything, minivan, road life, or preparing, or the Roadloft, the Roadloft kit, I will put, you can use my affiliate code to get $150 off. If you buy one, they make them for all different kinds of minivans, and then also they now have kits for different SUVs. So most people use them for like weekend camping, because you can for most, depending on what kind of minivan you have, an SUV, you can leave your seats in the van, and you can also, it all stacks inside of each other, so you can put it behind the back seats and leave it in the car, or it's very light. It comes, this would be like 5 pieces, and so you can store it in your garage. And so I opted for that because I bought a less expensive, older van with higher mileage that allowed me to get started earlier. And by doing that, then if I need to switch out vans, I can just switch out my Roadloft kit and not have to start over with rebuilding. So it's a quick way to I'm not trying it out. I know that I'm doing this. I've done 80 days on the road before, and I know what I'm kind of getting into. And so I've committed to this lifestyle, but it is a good way if you're not sure what you want to do. You have minimal investment, and you can try out van life, or do weekends or what have you. So if you have any questions on Roadloft or anything that I have in here, feel free to let me know. Thank you.